This driveway is generally in a lot worse condition than the one we previously worked on, so we're going to have to approach things slightly different. Whereas before we used maybe half a teaspoon of colour, here we could well end up using as much as 500 grams in total. Now with this in mind, what we can't do is use a high percentage of colour in our silk sealer. That's because it will thicken up too much and the sealer will sit on top like a paint. So generally, where we're using larger amounts of colour, we use our matte sealer. A thinner sealer just enables the colour to sink further into the concrete and not sit on top like a skin. We've also got areas here where there's been some cracking, some areas of large chips. So again, we'll be taking a little bit of our repair compound, mixing it into a paste with a tiny bit of sealer and repairing these chips. And then where we have these areas of cracking, what I'll be doing is just putting some of the repair compound dry and maybe working it in with a gloved finger, forcing it into the crack and just applying the sealer over the top, just to disguise it. Okay, so my plan here is I'm going to use approximately 2 drums of sealer because of that extra coat. I'm going to focus the majority of my colour tint in the matte, the thinner sealer, and I'm going to start off by putting in half a tub of sealer into the whole drum, and we see how the colour comes up from there. Okay, so here we are after our first coat of sealer, and yeah, things are coming on nicely. Importantly, you can see that the colour's started to take, but it's soaking into the concrete. It's not sitting like a skin on top, which is an indication that we've got the mix of sealer and colour just about right. So we're certainly on the right track. What we're looking to do for the second coat, we've got approximately 60 square metres of concrete here. So we're looking to apply maybe about 1/4 of a tub now of the colour into about 12-13 litres of product, and that should give us a good coat, and that would set us up for our third and final coat. After the first coat, we left the driveway for about an hour and then applied the second coat of sealer. We've now let it dry again, and as you can see, there's more depth to the colour. We're getting pretty close to a nice finish. So we're now ready to step up to our final coat, which is the silk finished product, and with this we're just going to add the remaining 1/4 of a tub of colour. Now for the final coat as well, we're going to add roughly half a tub of anti-slip. 1 tub of anti-slip is designed for use in a full drum of sealer, so for this final coat we need roughly half a drum of sealer, so we'll just be adding half a tub of anti-slip. Okay, so we're all finished. We've applied 3 coats of sealer. As you can see, the sealer and the colour is sunk nicely into the concrete. There's no risk here of any peeling or flaking. The whole thing looks great now. Hard to believe it's a driveway that was well over 20 years old, that had never been maintained at all. But now, moving forward, with a wash down, top up coat of sealer every 3 to 5 years, there's no reason it shouldn't still be looking great in another 20 years.